Record. Okay, so first off, we might have some more people join us too, but thank you guys. Thank you for joining the Zoom. And again, I'm going to record this because you're probably going to want to go back to it and watch the PowerPoint. It's got some pretty good information that you might not want to have to jot all of it down, but you probably do want to take some notes. So this is a Zoom for you if you're just starting out, or you want to know how to get off to a strong start, or maybe you've been around for a little while and you're looking to refresh your business and get off to a strong start for the new year. So I'm really excited. This is really going to kick you off great because you're brand new, Anna, right? You haven't done Pampered Chef before?
That's right.
Oh, good, good. Well, first off, let me introduce myself. My name is Tammy, and I am the executive director for our team. So I know that Renee is your recruiter. So, and I am your director in Maine. So I live in northern Maine. A little colder up here. It's actually tons of snow and below zero. So, but anyways, what I wanted to do was I wanted to just tell you that right now is such a great time to be starting Pampered Chef. It's kind of like if you ever wished you wanted to be at the right place at the right time, like buying stock in Apple or Disney when it first opened up and knowing it was going to explode. Well, that's exactly what's going on with Pampered Chef right now. They are actually poised to have one of the strongest years ever in their history this year. So that's basically what they're showing us with all of their studies and stuff is Pampered Chef's supposed to have one of their strongest years. And I have been in business for almost 19 years. It'll be 19 years in May. And there have been about 3 years where we've had exponential growth. And that is what they're saying is going to happen this year to make it a fourth year, probably because it has something to, because we have something to fuel that growth with. And one of them is a strong economy. So people are employed, and right now the young 20-somethings are the ones moving out of their parents' homes and getting apartments and homes with kitchens to fill. So I know a lot of the people on our team are the young 20-somethings, the young 30-somethings just getting their first homes and looking to fill kitchens, and a lot of their friends are too. And they're saying that this market is going to explode this year, so this is a great time to be in it. Now, the other thing that's going to makes this such a great place to be right now is cooking is very in. And you can see that on TV, watch those TV shows. And if you check Pinterest, Pinterest is exploding with cooking ideas all of the time. And people are just wanting to eat healthier. So we've got all that stuff to offer people. Just a little background, a couple of years ago, we had a new CEO hired, and she is totally amazing. She's Warren Buffett. For those of you who don't know, Warren Buffett purchased our company years ago from Doris Christopher, and he put his CEO in here he put his right hand in to be our CEO. One of the changes she made was hiring someone named Bill Bucklew, and he is the head of product development. It's actually his goal to not just keep us on trend, but he sets new trends for us for cooking. So if you notice this season, I don't know if you've seen the new season products or not yet, Anna, for March. Have you had a chance to see those at all?
I have not.
Okay, so we have products that are exclusive to us, which is really exciting, exclusive to Pampered Chef. So Bill is not only keeping us on trend, he's creating trends for us. And something that you need to know is, even if you're thinking, okay, Tammy, I've never run a business before, I don't know what I'm doing, no problem, because Home Office knows exactly what they're doing, and they're putting out all this new material for us. They're going to have tons of training for you. And the other reason it's a great time to join right now is we just started January 1st earning an incentive trip. And every year we get to travel with Pampered Chef. There's different levels. So if you're, part-timing it or doing this more full-time, whatever you're doing, you have the option to travel. I've traveled over the last 19 years every single year. And in May, we're leaving for San Diego to stay at the Del, and Pampered Chef is sending us there. So that's pretty exciting. Now, the trip you'll be working on with the rest of us is Hawaii. So it's a chance to travel to Hawaii, or actually another one, another option was Arizona. So I'm pretty excited about both of them, actually. So we have a great host bonus in February. It's the Rock Crock. Now, have you heard of the Rock Crock, Anna?
Just through the magazine mainly.
Okay.
So I'm a little bit familiar, but I don't have any of those products myself.
Okay, okay. So which kit did you get? Did you get the smaller kit, the 109 one?
Yes, I got the smallest kit because I had gotten a lot of
Yeah,
free
you really
product,
cleaned
and so
up
I
with the
thought I would
double
be able
free.
to use that, as well instead of ordering a larger kit.
Great. Yeah, you did double free months. That was a great month to do a show. So you got a lot of stuff. But the Rock Rock is in high demand right now because we are exclusive to it's exclusive to us. It's the only cooking vessel on the market that goes on every single cooking surface. So people love the Rock Rock, and you're going to be able to offer this to your friends and acquaintances, this Rock Rock. So, oh, good, Jessica joined us. So that's February's bonus. So if you haven't started, we've got a show we're going to set up after this, Anna, and you're going to be able to offer your host here on out throughout February this Rock Rock. And I know you may not be familiar with it, but I can promise you if you start talking about it on your page and we talk about it in the parties, some people have the Rock Rock because it's out there and it's definitely in high demand. And when people come to February parties, you get to talk up the new March product line, which if you, like I was saying earlier, a lot of these products that are hitting our March product line are not offered any place but with Pampered Chef. So we really, really are hitting the market hard with that stuff. Now, before we start the PowerPoint, I'm just going to say, don't feel overwhelmed. In the beginning, when you start with Pampered Chef, and Jessica can attest to this, it might feel like you're drinking out of a fire hose. That's okay. Just hang on and enjoy the ride. So I know your question probably is, where do I get started? And so before I start the screen share, do you have any specific questions for me about what I just shared, Anna?
I can't think of anything right now. Now, this is going to be recorded because I may not be able to stay on for the whole thing because I am at work.
Absolutely. Yeah. Nope. It's going to be recorded. Absolutely. So
if I click off, I'll go back and watch it.
Oh, okay. No, that's perfectly fine. So first off, let's start with our PowerPoint, and I am just gonna see how I can kind of get you guys down here. Okay, back it up a little. Back it up. Back it up. It's going forward instead of back. Okay, hang with me, guys. I'm going to move you guys up here. Let me stop share for just a minute. And figure out how to minimize my screen. Isn't this terrible? I've got you guys up there, but I can't seem to get my screen minimized. Any okay.
I am going to have to go ahead and go, Tammy. We've got some people coming in, but I will come back and watch this, and then I can get back with you. We'll talk about the party later, if that's okay.
Okay, that sounds good. That sounds great.
All right. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, Jessica. So I have got a PowerPoint up on my screen.
If you press your escape button, is
Okay.
it doing anything?
Yes, there it is.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. I'm impressed that I have a PowerPoint for you guys. So, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share the PowerPoint and present it. I'm hoping that there we go. Okay, so the step one with getting started with your new Pampered Chef business is to set a goal. And a goal should scare you a little. Oh my goodness. and excite you a lot, okay? So that's the number one thing to do. First off is to set your goal. Make the goal and share it with your director. They are there to help you achieve it, the goal that you set for your business. So some people, when they're new, say, you know, I don't know what I want, or I'm just going to wait and I'm going to do this and I'm just going to see what happens. I hear that all the time. I don't really know what I want from the business. I'm just going to wait and see what happens. Well, this is kind of like getting in a car and saying, I'm just going to wait and see where the car goes. Okay? Freaks you out, right? So getting in the car won't do any good. You have to actually put the keys in the drive and get it to go. It's the same thing with your business. You are the CEO of your business. You need to set a goal right for you. So it has to be a goal that like I said, scares you a little and excites you a lot. Don't set it too low, okay? Now, if you know your goal, go ahead and take a minute and write it down. If you don't know your goal, think about it. Do you want to earn free products in your first 30 days? In your first 30 days, you earn PC dollars. So that's kind of like Walt Disney dollars, like what Disney dollars is to Disney. So this is an addition to your paycheck. Do you want to earn cookware? Figure out what you want to determine your goal. Now, as a consultant, we get half off of all of our new products. So the new products, when they come out, we get half off. Some of these new products are cookware. So if cookware was what you were going for, figure out which ones you want. You purchase them at half off and pay with PC dollars. So technically this month, 100 PC dollars is like 200 in new products. Okay? So that's your first thing, is to set your goal. Your next step is to, how do you earn your PC dollars? Okay? That's super easy, just by doing your job. So you go out and work in the real world, I call it, you know, your 9-to-5 job, and you collect your paycheck. With Pampered Chef, you go out and you work your Pampered Chef job, you collect your paycheck, and you collect these PC dollars as well. So for every $12.50 you submit in your first 90 days in commissionable sales, you get 100 PC dollars. The national show average is $6.50. So basically, every couple of shows you submit, you get 100 PC dollars. Okay? So when you sponsor a new team member in your first 90 days, it's 100 PC dollars. Now, most everyone's first team member is people that they know. Okay? So across the board, it's generally somebody that you know, your family, your friend, a coworker, maybe it's a neighbor that they know, you know, somebody who needs a job or might love to cook or whatever. When people are new, they are shocked at what they make and the products they get right away, so they're naturally sharing with everybody. So you might set your goal based on how many PC dollars that you want to earn. Some people based on how much cash they want. I base my goals on a conservative $100 a party, and I needed $400 each month. That was going to make the difference when I first started, was $400. So I knew I needed to hold 4 parties. So I didn't just book 4 parties, because what happens if life happens and somebody cancels on me? I wanted to hold 4 parties. So I made sure to have at least 5 to 6 on my calendar. Worst case scenario, they all held and I had a heck of a paycheck. Okay? So this is, do you want to earn cash? Well, that's a dumb question, isn't it? Of course, everybody wants to earn cash. Some of you that are watching this are probably were on the January sign-in. You probably joined in January, and in January you can actually earn your kit rebate, and you earn that by submitting $12.50 in your first 30 days. Now, you're going to know what your 30-day is by checking your email from the company. And that's usually in your first email. Now, write this on your calendar. Make sure to put your 30 to 90 days on your calendar. It's really important to know when they are. This is not just when they're held, but when they're submitted. Okay? Oh, it's not showing the PowerPoint. Oh, let me see. Let me see. I'm glad you told me that. How's it now? Okay. After this one, I'll go back and show you guys the other slides in case you want to take a picture and have them. Okay. So it's not just when it's held, it's submitted. This is why it's always good to get on these things live, because I'm going to mess up the recording, I'm sure. So on day 29, let's just say you have a party. It's the 29th day of your business. Your 30-day end date's the next day. You have a party and you don't submit it until your 32nd day. Remember, that does not count towards your first 30-day incentive. Okay? Now, based on how many shows you do in a month, you're going to earn between 20 and 25% commission. You're going to look at making $100 to $125 per party based on your national show average. So this will help you determine how much you, what you need to do for work to balance out what you need for a paycheck, right? Okay, so Jessica informed me that the first 2 PowerPoints didn't show up. So let me just show you. This was step 1, setting your goals. We talked about that. And the next part was, do you want to earn free products? That's earn $12.50 and submit in your first 90 days, 100 PC dollars. Each time you sponsor a new team member, 100 PC dollars. Okay, and of course the third one, that one should have showed up. Now let's talk about how much time can you give your business, because you know other people, some people base their paycheck on the amounts of sales, and some people based on how much time they have to give to the business. Now, if you came on to Pampered Chef and you're thinking to yourself, I want to do live cooking shows, okay, that's great. A live cooking show is about a 4 to 5 hour shift when you're new, okay? Now, you're not going to the hostess's home for 4 to 5 hours. She probably will never invite you back if that's the case. So you're going to be in her home about 2.5 hours, and the rest is behind the scenes, okay? Setting the party up, getting her packet to the post office, blah, blah, blah. Driving there, things like that. Virtual parties, those can be 3 to 4 hours a week. Some people, it's a lot less. Now, the cool thing about virtual parties is it's pockets of time. You're not sitting down for 3 hours straight doing a virtual party. It's just little pockets of time throughout the week, and 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, okay? So basically, if you can put in 8 to 10 hours a week, that's about 2 shows, okay? Step 2 when you first get started is, step 1 was set your goal. And guys, share it with your director. She needs to know what your goal is, because she is only as good at helping you achieve it as what if she knows what it is. And sometimes what happens is we change our goals and we forget to tell our director, and she's still over here going on this, and you're over here on this, and so it's not working for you anymore. So you just need to keep her in the loop what your goals are, because your director's goal, what your director is there for is to help you achieve the goals you set for your business, okay? We have a great group of directors, but again, let them know so they can help you achieve these goals. Step 2 is to set a date for your launch party. This is your kickoff party. Now, if you're coming into this and you're just going to be a live show consultant, great. For a live one, you want to make sure you set your launch party within 7 to 10 days of getting your kit. Guys, this isn't rocket science, so you do not have to plan out for months or a month or even 2 weeks. You're just going to invite some friends over. You're going to unbox your kit. You're going to make them a pizza or something fun, and you're going to have a fun launch party to introduce your business. So you're going to do this within 7 to 10 days of getting your kit. If it's a virtual, now today, do a lot. If it's a virtual now, okay, backing up. If you're going into this and you're just going to be a virtual consultant, you go ahead and set up your launch party now. You can set it up the day you sign. That's the beauty of it. If you're going to be a virtual and a live consultant, I recommend a live launch party and a virtual launch party. Guys, you might as well start making a paycheck as soon as possible, right? And earning all those rewards. Now, here's the thing. When your kit arrives, make sure you go live and open it. I know going live is a big scary thing, but guys, if you're going to be a live consultant, okay, you're going to be live. And if you're going to be a virtual consultant, I do recommend you go live. So go ahead and go live and open it and be excited and let everyone see what comes in your kit. Some of them are going to join you and others are going to say, hey, I want that. I want to have a party to get that for free. It's a really great way to get the word out without picking up the phone and calling every single person, although I think you should call some people. So set your launch date for your party. You're going to be the host. You're going to earn free and discounted products. And the consultant earn the paycheck and PC dollars. So you're double dipping. It's pretty cool. And nobody's going to slap your hands for it. So make sure, here's another tip I have for you. For free advertising, change your voicemail to say that you are with Pampered Chef. Great advertising, a great way to write off that phone on your taxes too. Okay, step 3, top 20. So I want you to think about your top 20 list of people that you know, okay? Just start listing them. You can start right now if you have a piece of paper in front of you and make as long a list as you can. And it does, now this is everybody, okay? This isn't just your top 20. You're just gonna start writing names down. From that list of names that you're writing down, you're going to pick your top 20, okay? Start your list now. Think of it like spokes on a tire. So you have names going out in every direction. You've got your family, your friends, co-workers, neighbors. You want to spread your business out in all different directions, just like the spokes on a tire, okay? Because honestly, if you just say, you know what, I'm going to start with my family, and I'm really not comfortable asking anybody else, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Your family, they love you. They're going to get tired of seeing you month after month after month doing the Pampered Chef show. You really need to branch out. So let's talk about your Frank's list. I don't know if you've all heard of what Frank's list is, but it's a really great list to pull from. If you have a piece of paper, go ahead and write Frank's, either across the top or down the bottom, F-R-A-N-K-S. F is all of your friends. They do not have to be your BFF, okay? Matter of fact, your BFF is generally the hardest person to do it with. So all of your friends, past, present, best friends, she likes to think she's my friend, those type of ones. R is your relatives, and they do not have to be your first cousin. They can be your 5th cousin, 2 times removed, but any relatives. Local, long distance. A is acquaintances or associates. Acquaintances would be people that, you know, maybe you just see them every day because you go in the grocery store and you go to the same aisle, checkout every time, and you see the same lady or the bank teller, the same bank teller, or the person who checks you out at McDonald's. Or maybe you're going to the nail tech and she does your nails every time. These are your acquaintances. These are people, you know, your chiropractor, things like that. N is your neighbors. And they might be old neighbors from the old neighborhood. K is kids. Now I realize not everybody has kids, but if you don't, maybe you know somebody through your dogs or your dog walking, dog parks. We don't have so much of that in Maine, but I remember when I lived in the South, I met a lot of people at these dog parks. So people you know through your kids, you know, maybe your kids are in cheering or maybe they're in football, things like that. And S is your spouse or your significant other, their relatives, their coworkers, their friends, wives, things like that, or husbands, whatever. So that's your Frank's list. That's going to go, those are people that you can put, everybody can go on this list, and then we're going to pull the top 20. Okay, we're going to start with your kidney donors, okay? You know, if you, 2 to 3 people that would do anything for you. If you needed a kidney, they're the ones you're going to call. So 2 to 3, we need 2 to 3 kidney donors here from this top 20. Aim to line up shows the week following your kickoff, okay? Here's why. People all the time do this. They say, you know what? I'm just going to do my kickoff and book from that one. Well, here's what happens. You do your kickoff. It's going along. Maybe it's a virtual one. It's going along. It's a week out. People book at the end of it. They may not book the following week. They book a couple weeks after that. We want parties lined up all along. So if you do a live party, you book it 7 to 10 days out. People come to it. They book a couple more weeks out. So you want to line these up. Because you're likely going to get bookings off your kickoff party. But most people, since they do want to schedule them a few weeks out, you want to have them all lined up in advance. So don't stop at booking your launch party, okay? Let them know let all of your kidney donors and everybody else know that you've started a new PC business and that you're looking to line up a few practice shows the week following your kickoff show. Okay, easy words. I need some practice shows immediately following my kickoff show, or I need some practice shows going on during my kickoff show because my director is over here doing my kickoff show, but I need to be working on my practice shows. Can you help me out here? Okay. The next thing you're going to do is reach out to the other 18 on that top 20 list. Okay. You're going to do a text or a message. Hey, I have exciting news. Do you have just a minute to talk? I always ask that because honestly, if they don't have a minute to talk and I go on rambling, they might have been driving and seeing the text and they couldn't really respond to it at the time, and then it gets buried. And then I think they're just ignoring me. And we got this whole miscommunication thing when they might have been my kidney donor. So you want to maybe go ahead and just ask them, do you have a minute? Okay. I am so excited. I just started my own PC business. Would you be willing to have a few friends over so I can get some practice? Okay, so this is for a cooking show. If you're doing a virtual, I'm so excited. I just started my own PC business. It's super easy. Would you be able to invite a few friends on Facebook so that I can practice doing a virtual party with you and your friends? I promise it's going to be fun. I'm going to share all kinds of great products, and it's super easy. You don't have to clean your house. Or if it's a cooking show, I promise it's fun. We can even make something chocolatey and ooey and gooey, and you're going to get free products for helping me out. What do you think? So you're keeping it simple. And if you need these word choices, you can go. I'll go ahead and I'll be putting the screens out there for people to see. Or you can just take a picture of it if you need the word choices. So out of the 18, so you know you got your 2 definites, 2 to 3 definites, right? We talked about those. Those were the kidney donors. The other 18, how many do you think are going to say yes? On average, what we find is 3. 3 people. 3 people are going to say yes out of those other 18. Now, if they're a no, you're going to get no's. Guys, you've got to toughen the skin, because the most successful people in this business have heard no more times than you ever have in your entire life. Okay? And no is okay. If someone tells you no, you can say, hey, you know what? That's okay. There's another way you can help me get my business off the ground. What do you think about, now, this is if you're doing live shows and people are saying no to you, you need some fluff to fill it in there. So you're going to say something like, what do you think about hosting a virtual party on Facebook? I'll set up the event. You just click and invite your friends. I'll post about products, recipes, time-saving tips, and even some fun games. How's that sound? So those live people that say no to you and you run this by them, generally you're looking at getting the 3 more to say yes. Okay, so you're on a roll. Now, this only works if you do it, though. You can't make the list and hope that they saw your Facebook Live, because reality is a lot of them aren't seeing it. You have to reach out to them. This is your job, your venture. You need to reach out to them. So it's these great things that we're sharing today are only going to work if you're reaching out. Okay. Okay. So we got 3 to respond to a live party, plus our 2 that we were definite. So out of those 15, how many do you think are going to say yes to a virtual party? Virtual parties get a lot more yeses, just so you know. I do find that live parties show off more products. People tend to spend a little more because they're seeing, touching, feeling, eating. That always helps. But virtual parties tend to get a few more yeses. Generally, on average, we hear 4 yeses out of those 15. Okay? But you have to keep it simple and you have to keep it basic. You can't message them a book because they stopped reading it about here. So, whoops. So to the remaining 11, you're going to say something like this. You know what? That's great. How about coming to my kickoff party? on February 10th with a few friends. My trainer tells me this is really going to help spread the word beyond family and friends right away. If you're, another way to get people in the door. So, a lot of you started out, you've had your launch parties, maybe you've been in it a little bit and you're relaunching your business. Go ahead and have another live launch party. It's time. Another way to get them in the door is to say, I'm going to be raffling off a cool free product to celebrate the launch of my business. Right now, with an old catalog going out and a new catalog coming in, a lot of people are hosting their own out with the old, in with the new parties. Okay? So they're selling the old because people want to get it in their collection before they're retiring, and they're booking for the new. Okay? So if you're having a party, having your launch party, you're going to offer a drawing. I'm going to raffle off cool free products to celebrate the launch of my business. You'll get a ticket for attendant and 5 tickets for every adult friend that you bring with you. What do you think? Out of those 11, a third of them are going to be free to attend. That's pretty cool, in addition to all the others that you've invited. Okay? And notice I always say adult friend on there. I know that seems like the obvious, but I've actually had people show up with 5 kids and want 5 tickets per, 5 tickets per kid. At that point, I'm telling them they owe me something. So for bringing 5 kids, I don't award tickets. I don't award those as the friend ones, unless the kids all showed up with their own checkbooks. Okay, kids are welcome, but unless they bring their own checkbooks, they're not getting tickets for that. So to the rest of them that say, to the rest of them that they're not coming, they can't come, they can't make your party, they can't book a show, man, they are just holding tight onto these no's. If I give you a catalog and some order forms, could you take them around a few days to see if anybody that needs anything? If you collect enough orders to be a show, you can still get free products. If you don't, it's going to help. I'll add the orders to my kickoff party. Guys, at this point, they've said no to you a few times. They're ready to help you out. They're going to take a catalog, okay? You just have to ask. Let's review. So you're going to schedule your kickoff show, a live one. If you're, and even if you're a virtual consultant, if you can have people over to your home and do a live kickoff show to show off your products and get the word out and get the catalogs out and get some orders, I would go ahead and do it. And it says 10 to 14 days on here. I always recommend 7 to 10 days after you order your kit. Okay? You're going to create your top 20 list. You're going to get your 2 kidney donors to book the week following your kickoff. Okay? They're the ones that are going to jump right in and do it. They owe you something. I would say that. There's somebody out there that owes you something. They're going to be your yeses. You're going to offer the opportunity to host, and you're going to get, 3 other people. You're going to offer virtual parties. You're going to ask people to come to your kickoff, and you're going to ask people to pass the catalog around. So that's just reviewing some things that you're going to be able to do to get a strong start to your business to earn the rewards and the paycheck in your first 30 days. Okay? So step number 4. Invite everyone you know who eats to your kickoff party. Not everybody you know who cooks, not everybody you know who hates to cook, but everybody you know who eats. Young, old, men, women, local, long distance. If they love to cook, if they hate to cook, don't prejudge. You're never going to insult anyone by including them. Okay? Worst case scenarios, they don't show up. They don't respond, whatever. But nobody's ever been insulted by being invited. So you're going to invite everybody to your kickoff party, whether it's virtual or whether it's live, or both. I would recommend one of each. If they can't make it, you're going to send them a text message. Here's the words. You're welcome to take a picture, write it down. But hey, how about having a party of your own on a day that works better for you? I promise it's going to be fun for your friends. Same words, guys, if they say they can't attend. So you're going to likely line up 2 to 3 more parties before your kickoff even happens. And at your kickoff party, our goal is to make sure you get 2 more parties booked at your party each time. Okay? If you're doing all of this, if you're stretching yourself, if you're reaching out, if you're contacting people, you're going to fill your calendar. and then it's going to be filled from the shows already on the books. So you're going to start to be able to ride the wave after that, okay? You're not going to have to pick up the phone all the time or send out the messages. You're going to book from the parties, and you're going to learn how to do that. You're going to have enough parties on your calendar to book several from the previous parties, okay? Riding the wave, it's called. So who do you know? In this business, it's always more fun to bring somebody in with you. So somebody that you can learn with, have fun with, train with, shoot ideas back and forth with. When I got started, there was several people that started at the same time, and to this day, almost 19 years later, we're still messaging back and forth and saying, hey, I tried this week, and what did you think? Did you give it a try? How can I tweak this? And we're still sharing ideas. So I want you to think about who you know. Who would find this fun? Who likes to cook? Who likes to try out new products? Who would love to use their kitchen as a test kitchen? Okay. Who would love to who got excited and when you showed off all of your new products that come in, who was like so excited for you? Who can you see getting just as excited about getting all these free PC products? Who do you know each month that could use extra income? Okay. Maybe some flexibility in their schedule. And who, like I said, who would be fun to work with? I want to challenge you to invite them to learn more. Invite them to your kickoff. Set up a three-way conversation with me or your director and them and yourself. I am starting a new group called the Think About It group. And I'll explain more about that, but it's basically if you have friends that, they just can't make up their mind, maybe they want to join the Think About It group and just share, see all the stuff that goes on in the day-to-day life of a consultant. But that's something to be thinking about, because when you first start out, your excitement is going to come across anyway. And I can guarantee you that at every show, there's 2 people that have thought about doing what you do. But one thing we're missing at every show. One thing that's missing, not at every show, but usually is there's not somebody to share it. There's not a recruiter. There's usually 2 recruits every show, but there's not a recruiter. So they're going to go to the next show that's offered, and somebody else is going to offer it to them. Okay, so be thinking about that. Who do you know that would want to do what you do and that would want to do this with you? And right away, you start getting a pay raise from the company, okay, and additional rewards. Now, sometimes when you get started, some people are going to have hesitations about hosting. You're going to get the ones that are kind of holdouts. I don't know enough people. My house is too small. My friends can't afford it. They're already making decisions for their friends. Some are going to have questions. And you might not have a large enough circle of friends to get all the shows you need from this strategy. And that's okay. Okay? It's okay. Because your director, or myself, or both of us, is going to keep in close contact with you. If you ever feel like, so if you don't get the urge to say at any point, I'm sorry to bother you again, then you probably aren't reaching out enough. So if you've ever said to me, hey, I'm sorry to bother you, I'm over here going, yes, fist pump, bother me. That means you're reaching out enough to make your business grow. The ones that don't ever say, I'm sorry to bother you, are the ones not reaching out, and their businesses are stagnant, okay? So although you'll be hearing from your director and she'll be reaching out, you need to reach out as well. Don't be afraid to stay in close contact, okay? Just some other trainings for you as a new consultant. We have PC University. And don't get in there again and feel like you're drinking from a fire hose, because it's going to feel like that. But it's an amazing wealth of information. So when you click on, you go to Consultants Corner, pamperedchef.com. On your homepage to the right of the page, the big orange square says PC University. That's where you want to go. There's cooking show training in there, and there is another new training called a party experience training. which we'll be talking a lot about on our Dream Hustlers page, which is a page that you're in if you're directly on my team. And if you're not, then you're probably in in your director's team page. So, but it's party experience training. So you're going to get training on virtuals and live parties in there. It's amazing. Business basics. There's business basics training. There's monthly meetings, either virtual, Zoom, or live. So depending on your area that you're in, make sure you reach out and find out when these trainings are from your director. At this point, if you're watching this via recording and you have questions, please comment under the recording that'll be shared, or just, another way to reach out to me is to email me. Okay, you can Facebook message me, email me, text me, but here's my email up here. And what I would like is, after you've watched this training or taken this training, if you could send me an email with these 4 things. What was most helpful on a scale of 1 to 10? How did you find this training? What was most helpful? What do you need more information about right now? And do you want a copy of the PowerPoint for Words to Say? Okay, so that I can make sure that you get this information. Now, while I have you on a screen share, before I stop screen sharing, I want to minimize all of this stuff. I want to take you to a couple of team pages so that you can make sure that you're in these pages as a new consultant. Okay, the first one is called the Lovely Executive Pampered Chef Organization. Whether I'm your direct director or someone else, you should be in this page here, because I am one of your directors. And I am probably your director's director. So make sure you're in this page. I'll share a lot of training and things that I get from the home office directly with you, so that you're kept in the loop at all times, which we're very fortunate to be able to have that opportunity. Now, if I am your director, you are probably in this page. It's called the Dream Hustlers team page. If I know the Lindy and the Golahan, the Martins, the West, and the Grew teams all have their own team pages. So make sure that if you're not in your director's team page, that you request it, okay? But these are 2 pages you want to make sure you're in. The other one is this one here. This is a page that will go live twice a month. It's getting ready to go live next week. And it is sharing the business opportunity. I have to update this, apparently. It's sharing the business opportunity. So like I said previously in the PowerPoint, if you know of anybody or anybody wants to join your team, this is where you're going to want them to be, so that they can get in this page and share the opportunity with them. And you'll be able to learn a little bit more about the opportunity too. So it's called the Grab a Spoon, okay? There's several other groups. Your director or recruiter will know which ones are best for you to be in, if you're a virtual consultant, we have virtual party groups that you can be in, but they'll know which ones are best for you and be able to help put you in those. So Jessica, did you have any questions while we're on here? I'm so glad you joined. I am going to be sharing this via recording. So if you are a recruiter and you have a new consultant, please make sure they see the PowerPoint. I think it really helps them to navigate around and answer some questions right away and get off to a strong start, because we all know that a strong start in this business is booking your calendar first. You can do any other training, but it does you no good without bookings on the calendar to utilize it. So that's the number one most important thing to a successful business. Thanks for joining us, and I'm going to stop recording. Let's see. Pause recording.